1670, when the first successful English settlement landed at Albemarle Point, which is today Charlestown Landing, it was almost immediately that slavery started here in the state of South Carolina. 40% of the people who would be enslaved in this nation were shipped here through the port of Charleston. I go in the city of Charleston, and sometimes I hear the tour guides, and they'll talk about the nice, architecturally significant house that fronts the street, but they very seldom talk about the building behind it. And those are the places where the enslaved people live. And a lot of those enslaved people are responsible for those architecturally significant places, either by building them physically or providing the wealth for them to be built. My name is Joseph McGill. I am the founder of the Slave Dwelling Project. Slave Dwelling Project has been around now for 4 years, and the ultimate goal is to bring much needed attention to slave dwellings. The grant that we just received for the Slave Dwelling Project is a $25,000 assessment grant from the South Carolina State Historic Preservation Office. And in this assessment, we'll find out, current use, composition, future use. This building that we're sitting in right now, I know enough about it just to interpret it to audiences. But, I don't know the longevity of this building if it's not preserved or if it's not maintained or how often that maintenance should occur. Craig Bennett, who will be doing the assessment, he's a professional that will be doing the real work, because I can look at a structure and pour my emotions into it and interpret it, but what he brings is, he can come in and he can peer under it and above it and figure out what it's composed of, how it's been changed over the years, its life expectancy if nothing's done, its life expectancy if the correct preservation methods are used. That's his thing. This assessment will help stress that urgency to at least stabilize the buildings. And when I started this project years ago, I was kind of in the camp of, well, they should all be like this. They should all be made available to the public. They should all be interpreted like this. But I had to back off of that way of thinking, because some of these places are primary residences. Some of these places are guest houses. Some of these places have various uses, and that's okay. That's fine. All I ask is that they be interpreted for what they are. They need to live and they need to breathe. They all can't be museums. I'm getting a lot of support from the stewards, from the owners of these places. They're coming forth and with their willingness to have their properties be a part of this survey. But again, we need the funding necessary to make this assessment happen. We would like to try to get the funds raised before year end. It's a good opportunity to give. Just give it a gift. You could still write it off. Give it as a gift from someone else. So make it work.